you been battling cancer for years, not knowing where this thing came from, how it started, what caused it? Could Johnson & Johnson be the culprit? Could Johnson & Johnson baby powder be the culprit? Could it be the one that has caused cancer to you and your child? That's a claim that 3,000 people in the UK have heard against Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson baby powder has been sued by these 3,000 people over the risk of cancer caused by asbestos contamination of Johnson & Johnson talcum powder. The lawsuit, brought by KP Law against Johnson & Johnson Limited and its subsidiary Kenview Limited, alleges that Johnson & Johnson was aware as early as the 1960s that its mineral-based talcum powder contained fibrous forms of talc, as well as tremolite and actinolite. Both minerals, when in their fibrous form, are classified as asbestos and linked to potentially deadly cancers. They are linked to potentially deadly cancers. The court papers allege that despite knowing the minerals were directly linked to cancers, Johnson & Johnson never issued warnings on the packaging of its baby powder. Instead, it launched aggressive marketing campaigns portraying the powder as a symbol of purity and safety. That's what the lawsuit claims. No, this is extremely concerning, and this is deeply personal to me. It's deeply personal because this powder has been used on almost every child I know. Has been used in my family. It has been used. I've seen it being used in my sisters. Could it be the culprit of some of the cancer cases we are seeing in children? Could it be the culprit of some of the cancer cases we are seeing among young adults? Numerous lawsuits in the UK and the US, numerous in the US, have alleged that this powder has been linked to cancers amongst some people. Could it be linked to some of the cancers we are seeing in the country? Is a question that we need to ask, and these are answers that we need to receive. Answers that require toxicological exams from toxicology experts in the country. Could be the ones that are sold in Africa be contaminated too. You know, Africa, most of the time, we tend to receive bad products. Products that are classified as carcinogenic usually find themselves in African markets, including Kenyan markets. Could these carcinogenic products found its way into our aisles and parents use them on their kids? This is extremely concerning. This calls for serious investigation and necessary legal measures to be taken and medical prevention measures to be taken in case there is anyone who might be affected. Like every other company under serious legal pressure, Johnson & Johnson denied the claims, and they say that they denied the claims as well as any claims it knowingly sold baby powder contaminated with asbestos. Now, I've just remembered something. My mom was a very loyal fan of Johnson & Johnson products. She used to send me Johnson & Johnson products. Almost every product that Johnson & Johnson produced, we used them. My mom used to send me to the shop to buy them. This is why this thing is extremely personal to me. She was a very loyal client of Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson released a statement saying that its baby powder was compliant with any required regulatory standards and did not contain asbestos and does not cause cancer. But the lawsuits state otherwise. The sale of baby powder containing talc stopped in the UK in 2023. What about in Africa? Did the sale stop in Africa? Many people have sued this company in the US, and the company has paid billions of dollars in legal settlement. Lawyers for the claimants estimate damages sought in the UK could extend to hundreds of millions of pounds and that the claim could become the largest product liability case in British history. The UK lawsuit claims that after Johnson & Johnson noticed something might have been wrong with its baby powder products, instead of declaring warnings on the bottle, they tried to conceal the risks for decades and maximize profits. Earlier this month, that is in October 2025, a court in the US state of Connecticut ordered Johnson & Johnson and its successor entities to pay $25 million to a man diagnosed with terminal peritoneal mesothelioma after lifelong use of Johnson & Johnson baby powder. The jury in the trial found the pharmaceutical company negligent for selling asbestos-contaminated talc products. This trial also included deposition testimony from Dr. Steve Mann, former director of toxicology at Johnson & Johnson Consumer Products, who said that he had made safety claims without reviewing any test data. Dr. Mann conceded that he had received test results showing asbestos in the baby powder, but chose not to inform management of regulators. We have toxicology experts in this country. We were taught toxicology in campus, and I know there are toxicology experts in this country. Have they ever tried to assess this product? Can they do it? Can they assess this product? Can they assess the safety of these products in Kenyan shelves? We need to know. We need to know if we are at risk. We need to know if people who used it before, they are at risk. We deserve to know. The US and the UK are now suing the company. The US has sued it before. Now the UK is suing it. We need to know if us as Kenyans, we've been exposed to this asbestos. And this issue has been extensively discussed in a BBC article titled "Thousands in the UK Sue Johnson & Johnson Over Talcum Powder Cancer Risks," written by Chloe Hayward from BBC News. You can find more information on this issue in that article.